Merry Christmas! Hey everyone, thank you so much for tuning into our Christmas Eve edition of our post show. This was going to be a little different. We don't have an agenda. We don't have questions that we're getting through. We're just going to sit here. We're going to talk a little bit about the service. We're going to talk about what we're doing for Christmas. We want to hear from you guys what you're doing for Christmas. We're just going to have a little bit of fun, and then we're going to let you go and enjoy the rest of your amazing Christmas Eve. So before we go any further, what was your favorite part of today's service? I'm going to ask that question. I'm going to keep that the same. But other than that, we're just going to have some fun. What was your favorite part of today's service?
The pre-show wrapping gifts.
Could it be not of the service, but of just something from the morning?
Yes, something in the morning. Perfect. That works. Or last night. I know we were. Layla wasn't here last night, but we were all here.
Definitely from this morning.
What was from this morning?
If you guys have been watching for a second and you watched the pre-show, all four of us, so me, Andy, Layla, and Elizabeth,
Do I have
we're
to
all
reenact
wearing
it?
berets, okay? So I brought in 4 berets. We're all wearing them for Christmas, you know? And I give Andy his beret, and, like, he puts it on, but then needs some help, like, getting it right.
Well,
so
remember, first I barely put on because I didn't want to stretch your beret out, and you're like, no, put that thing on
I'm
right.
like,
And I was
I'm like, you can stretch it, that's fine. They're berets, they don't really stretch that much. So he, like, is letting me fix his beret, and he does this thing with his hand where he, like, goes like this. Like, I'll pose for
because I
me
bent down for you, so and my hand went like this, and all of a sudden
his hand went like this, and I, like, looked at his hand, and then looked at him, and then him and I both, like,
I lost
burst
it.
out laughing.
I'm surprised we made it through. I couldn't stop laughing.
Andy, we filled the church lobby with just laughter. Everybody was staring. I
Belly laughter.
I could not hold it together. It was so funny.
I don't know why I did that. All of a sudden, I was like, wait, she needs to fix it. Okay.
That's a natural pose.
It was so funny.
It was ridiculous.
Oh, that's good. So you said wrapping presents.
Wrapping presents
What
was
about
pretty
it?
ridiculous. Well, the fact that you know what? Go back if you didn't watch the pre-show. You can go back and watch and see why we had so much fun. But it was ridiculous.
Supersized
Our supersized pre-show, which always goes by faster than I think. I'm like, 30 minutes? That'll take a while. And then, nope, it flew by again.
Flies by. Yeah, for sure. What about you, Layla? What was your favorite part of this morning?
I feel like I have to say something different, but I absolutely loved the pre-show. Got really sweaty, even though Lexy did all the work. I was like, oh man, should have brought the deodorant. But I really enjoyed the Christmas music. I am a big fan of our worship team. I think they just do such a great job every Sunday, but I especially love Christmas service from our worship team.
Yeah.
So
Mine was by far the kids ministry element. I loved the scripture reading from Isaiah, and then the song that they did was so cute. It was my absolute favorite. I loved it. I've seen it every time, and I'm like, it doesn't get old. Like, I'm not like, oh my gosh, this video. I'm like, oh, this video is awesome.
yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, one of my favorites was Noah Sanders. When he would get done reading, he would say the verse, but he'd go, NLV.
Or
NIV.
N-I tiny RV.
Yes,
N-I tiny RV.
Tiny R. I was like, what did
Tiny
he say?
R.
Tiny RV. Yeah, it was
Tiny
great.
RV.
My favorite part of one of the kids' videos is when the kid turns around, he's like,
Oh, Joel starts going.
he's like doing this, like in the video.
I don't know. They had better dance moves than me.
All of
Yeah,
us
I
were up there
know.
watching it, like Zach and Jake and I last night were like, look at Joel going like ham on there. And sure enough, every day I'm like, or every service since, Zach and I would stop like, here it comes. And then Joel's like, every other kid's just like hopping, and Joel's just like,
Which parent, for Joel's parents, taught him those moves? That's what I want to know.
Ben.
You think so?
Oh yeah, Ben probably had
Mr.
bangs
Ben
on.
Meshke.
You think so?
No, I'm kidding.
I want to see Ben do it.
Me too. We need to get Ben to reenact.
Ben, I feel like, is one of those guys where he'd be sitting in his car and like a certain song would come on, he would look around and he'd just start banging out like some
Or just
drum
start singing
sequence.
really loud, or just
he
wasn't watching.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's
So
like,
if you guys
"Nobody's
are
seen?"
unfamiliar with who we're talking about, this is Ben Meshke. He runs like our soundboard.
You've
Yes.
probably heard him.
Big shout out to Ben. He's been here for all of our Christmas Eve services.
Yeah.
Doing that. Also, a big shout out to Dawn.
All of the tech team.
Yeah, all the
and
tech
bands,
team. Yeah, for sure. And all the instrument players that have been here for all of our Christmas Eve services. We could not do this without
Actually.
you. So.
Especially all those
good.
people, though. Sorry to interrupt.
No, please go ahead.
Just behind the scenes that
Yes.
work every single service.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not just during Christmas, but every single Sunday.
Yeah.
It's the same guys back there.
Yes.
And they work hard. They're here early in the mornings, and
And they
huge-
stay
they
late.
bless us immensely. And
Huge blessing.
And it goes behind, unnoticed often.
Yes,
Oftentimes.
it's a huge blessing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are all awesome. We
Yes,
appreciate
you are very awesome.
You are, and I want a super shout out to all of the Christmas Eve volunteers. 'Cause
Yes.
we've had so many
Major.
people step up, so
Yeah.
many new people that have said, "Yes, I will definitely help out."
Yeah.
and it's been great. Like somebody saw me today, and they went, "Andy, I didn't realize you were so tall." I was like, "What do you mean?" They're like, "I've only ever seen you on the pre-show." I was like, "Oh, this is your first time here, and you're already like volunteering? Thank you so much." And they were, I was like, "Yeah, I am tall, but."
I told Andy after he told me that, I said, man, they must think Layla's very short if they didn't think Andy was that tall. All right, let's go back to what you were talking about before we got sidetracked thinking about Ben Meshke.
Yes.
What was it?
You said, let's tell you, let me tell
I
you
was
something
just
about
saying, Ben, if you guys, I don't know. Just feel like sometimes we talk about people, like
Yeah.
everybody knows who we're talking about.
Yeah.
Right.
All I was saying is Ben is a volunteer here. He's been here for years.
Yes.
Just
Very,
selling
very,
stuff.
very quiet, reserved guy, except
you
his
hear-
belly laugh.
Yeah, I was.
That's what
I
I
was
was-
gonna say,
Yep.
if you are ever in person in a service and you hear a dude cackling in the back, that's probably Ben.
It's
Yep.
Dave's laugh track.
It
As we're
is.
talking
He is
about.
That was funny.
It's Dave's laugh
That's
track.
funny.
Whenever Dave needs a laugh, Ben
Ben's
Meshke's always
got
got it.
'em.
Yep. I'm
He's always
like,
got it.
hey, maybe one Sunday don't give Dave a laugh track, Ben, but he can't.
All right, serious question.
Okay.
There was a hot chocolate bar. What's everybody's go-to hot chocolate?
I didn't get to go to the hot chocolate bar yet. So first I need to know, what are our flavor options?
So they had original,
Okay.
they had turtle,
Turtle.
they had caramel, and they had peppermint chocolate. But you can also pick another flavor that's not even there. Like if you were having hot chocolate, what's your go-to?
I feel like I'm like the classic hot chocolate.
Hot choc-
One, it cannot be made with water. It has to be
Yep.
made with milk.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
100%.
Milk, people. And then it needs marshmallows. Not
Oh,
giant
really?
marshmallows. Little
I prefer whipped cream in mine
I'm-
because it melts better.
I agree. I'm whipped cream over marshmallows.
I'm whipped cream too.
Oh,
I guess I maybe could do both.
you don't have to change your opinion just for
Yeah.
us.
No, I like whipped cream.
I know.
I just
You
didn't
could do
think about.
a little bit of marshmallows and a little bit of whipped cream.
Okay,
Exactly,
there you
half-half.
go.
I mean, come on.
Marshmallows first, so then it's got a little layer for the whipped cream to sit on, and then
Yep.
eventually dissolve.
However, sprinkles on hot chocolate, no go.
I agree.
I agree with
My
you.
brother does that, and I'm like, Jacob, you're crazy. Like,
Xander
why are you
would put
putting
sprinkles on it.
sprinkles on your hot chocolate?
Yeah.
Actually, Skylar would too. But for me, I'm just a regular, normal hot chocolate. I don't like
Yeah.
chocolate and mint mixed together, so that's okay. Hey, for
I
those
don't
of you
like
that love
I don't
it,
like chocolate and mint either. My mom used to like those Yerk peppermint patty
Ugh.
things, and I had them. I
Yours
was
are
like,
the best.
oh my
people
God.
would be like,
You
all
guys
the
are
yeah.
crazy.
I mean,
Y'all
you
have
guys
crazy
wouldn't.
taste
and the
buds.
thin mint Girl Scout cookies. Oh,
Ugh.
Thin mints?
Yeah, gross. No.
chocolate,
Tagalongs.
chocolate and
Peanut
mint,
butter and chocolate.
just-
That's the
yeah,
ultimate duo.
tagalongs are really
Tagalongs
good.
are wonderful.
Yep.
Tagalongs are bomb.
All right.
I have one that nobody said.
Okay, yes.
We have this chocolate mix at Water Street because I'm a barista at Water Street. And it's instead of like your regular hot chocolate where you have milk and then chocolate and that's about it.
Okay.
We have these dark chocolate shavings, like chocolate shavings with a tiny bit of cayenne pepper in it, so it's like spiced.
Ooh.
Josh wouldn't like
Yep.
it. He doesn't like spicy.
And
Pizza's
when
too spicy
when we
for him.
Can't drink that.
when we steam the milk, that chocolate gets like melted into it,
Yeah.
and it's super rich and creamy and spicy. And it's called a Coco del Sol.
Coco
And it
del
is
Sol.
delicious. But I know a lot of coffee shops will do like a, I think they'll call them like Mexican hot chocolates too at some places.
Because it's got that little kick to it.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're so tasty. But I also love spice. If you don't like spice,
I
not
don't know.
your, not your
I
jam.
don't know if I like drinking spice. I like eating things that are spicy.
Yeah.
They also
Can't
have
do spice.
at Water Street at least they have so that's the Coco del Sol, and they have a Sleeping Bear hot chocolate, and it's the same thing where you have like the dark chocolate that gets melted into the steamed milk, but it has cinnamon instead of cayenne.
Oh,
That actually sounds pretty good.
that could be decent.
But it's like extra rich and creamy compared to just a regular hot chocolate. They're so tasty.
The best hot chocolate I've ever had, and I haven't had one since, was I was doing work for the church at Water Street, and Lexy was working, and she was like, "Oh, do you like coffee?" I was like, "No, I don't drink any coffee."
He was just sitting there working and he didn't have a drink, and I'm like, "Are you gonna come get a drink?" He's like, "No, I'm just sitting here working." I'm like, "Okay, I'm blessing you. Let me make you a drink. What are we drinking today?"
And she was
blessing
asking me
you.
all these questions about coffee, and I was like, "Lexi, I don't drink coffee. Would you drink hot chocolate?" "I do drink hot chocolate."
Yes. People
And I was
always
like,
ask me.
"I'll
I'm
definitely
like,
try
I
that."
like
And
coffee.
it was like this white chocolate.
Oh.
I don't even know what it was, but it's the best hot chocolate I've ever had, and haven't had one since because none of it's good.
I think
nothing comes close.
I think I called it a black and white hot chocolate. So the chocolate syrup at Water Street. It's a house made syrup. Oh. Yeah. But if you
course it
like
is.
super sweet, it's not super, super sweet.
Okay.
So I did half our chocolate syrup with half white chocolate.
Oh my goodness, that's
It
like a
was
powder.
so
And I mixed
good.
it.
It was
So is
good.
this like a s-
Oh,
this
it's
is a
a- wait, it's a
secret? It's
powder?
not like a legit drink that you can get. It's like a
You
Lexy
could-
special.
You could call it the Josh
order.
Ritchie.
You could order and be like, "Hey, can I get a hot chocolate with half white
Name it
chocolate,
after Josh.
Oh,
half
call it the
regular
Joshy
chocolate?"
Washy.
The Joshy Wash.
The youth
I
students
hate
will love
that.
it. The Joshy Washy. That's what they call me.
It's true. We do. We have like
Oh,
The Joshy, the Joshy
Joshy.
Washy.
I
we
really
have,
like
like-
just the Joshy.
The
the Joshy. I think Joshy
Yeah.
was cool. I'll take one Joshy, please.
Yeah, please
Venti.
don't order that at Water Street. They'll be like, "What the heck are you talking about?"
I'm gonna go in
What is
tomorrow.
that?
Is Lexi there?
Not tomorrow. Too.
Lexi, get Lexi on the phone. She'll know. She'll know,
She'll
what's
know
up.
what it is. All right.
That's funny.
What are you guys doing for Christmas tomorrow? Or today? Maybe you might be celebrating your Christmas
Sure.
day, or on the 26th or 27th, whenever day you're celebrating your Christmas. What are you doing?
You want to go first?
Yeah, what am I doing? That's why I didn't.
I'm curious
just
to find
go.
out too.
That's why I didn't just start talking because I was like, "What am I doing?" Tonight, my aunt and her newlywed husband are coming
Congratulations.
to visit. They're coming in town tonight.
Yeah.
They live in California, and my aunt hasn't been home for a Christmas in Michigan, and I want to say like 10 plus years.
Oh wow.
Like she visited the summer, but like for a holiday has not been home in years. So everybody is super excited to have her
Yeah.
home for Christmas. Her and her husband Daniel are going to be staying at my parents' house tonight and then all week. And my mom is doing a little bit of forced family fun. She's like, "You have to come over and spend the night at our house on Christmas Eve." So I will also be spending the night. So we're gonna have a full house.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And so, like, my family will do, like, certain Christmas traditions on Christmas morning with, like, cinnamon rolls and yada yada. Yeah, we always have the orange frosting cinnamon rolls. What?
Okay, you
Okay,
lost
I-
me there.
That's just
Lost
been
me
a
there.
tradition that, like, my mom did as a kid that then we've,
Carried on.
yeah.
But does it,
We have regular ones as well, but
Okay.
there's
Okay,
always.
there we go. You got
there's
me back on
always
the
orange
train.
ones.
I'm back on the
what
train.
does it taste like though?
It's just like.
It's just colored orange.
Like a
and
hint
it
of
tastes the
orange?
same?
No, it tastes. There's, like, a hint of orange flavor in the frosting.
I need to know what this is like.
They're pretty good.
Which do you prefer, the orange or the regular ones?
Depends on the year
Good
and
answer.
my mood.
Interesting.
Interesting.
What are you gonna go for tonight?
Well, tomorrow. I don't think I can
Depends on
answer.
the mood, yes
Yeah,
or
it
no?
depends on the day.
We'll have to follow back up
Yeah, we will.
Monday.
We will. You guys
Orange
will
or
have to ask that
regular?
next Sunday. I won't be here next
Oh.
Sunday.
I won't be here either. remember?
Speaking of that, what I'm doing for Christmas is right after we have another service at 11:30, and right after I finish cleaning up all the snowballs from our game, which if you don't know what we're talking about, make sure you come. It's a lot of fun. You get to have a
Yep.
little snowball fight right in the middle. It's great for the kids, so they
Super
don't
fun.
have to sit down the entire time. They can get up, throw some snowballs, and sit down for the rest of the service. But right after that, I'm hopping in the car and driving 6 hours to a place in West Virginia where I'm staying the night, and then I'm driving the rest of the way down to South Carolina to see all my family.
Nice.
Nice.
So my Christmas is going to be spent in the morning in the car, but then seeing my wife's family towards the tail end of the day. So
Love that. How long will
Yes.
you be there?
we'll be there for a little over 12 days.
Wow.
So
It's a nice
we're
long
going.
trip.
Yep, we're going to see
Good.
all of our family. We're taking our dog with us.
This is your dog's first
course.
road trip, right?
First road trip.
It's gonna be.
We'll see how this
just
goes.
fine.
Good luck, buddy.
It's gonna be great.
I spoiled her. I went to this little store called Dog Days over in Texas Corners. It's like my favorite pet
Wait,
store
hold
ever.
up. I live in Texas Corners, and I didn't even know that
It
existed.
is the coolest pet store ever. It is so cool.
Oh.
but
What's so cool about it?
Yeah.
they just have like a lot of very natural dog treats and stuff like
Oh,
that that are like very
You
like
would-
that are
you would
that are
like a
safe
place
for
like
them.
that?
Like it's not like those the rawhide bones that they can
Yep.
choke on. Like all of it, it's just very safe for them. And she's still a puppy. And they have a lot of puppy stuff there. But anyways, I bought her a bunch of stuff from there, all these different chews. So hopefully she'll be fine in the car and she'll stay in the
It's gonna be
back
great.
seat where she's supposed to stay and doesn't try to get up on my lap while I'm driving.
How old is Honey now?
Honey is 4.5 months, maybe.
Oh, wow.
Wow, it's going
So
fast.
she's getting big, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. So that's what we're doing for Christmas. What about you, Andy? What are you doing?
Okay, Christmas Eve after service, we're going home, relaxing, not doing anything. Probably doing some last minute wrapping of gifts, mainly for Ange because I think she wrapped most of the boys and stuff yesterday. And then watch a Christmas movie or two. probably play some video games when everybody goes to bed. Oh, that's what I used to do when the kids were younger. Now they're older and they'll be up yelling at their game systems just like I am. And then tomorrow morning, getting up, opening presents. And then we go to my parents' house, open up gifts there with family, and have family dinner.
Awesome.
My mom's making a beef tenderloin with boars and cheese sauce, and I'm excited.
That sounds very good.
Sounds so yummy.
She started making it a couple of years ago because she went to I think it was Southern Exposure. There's a place like that around here. Or, I'm probably saying it wrong, but they go and they she'd take Angie and my sister and my sister-in-law, and they'd all go and they make like a little centerpiece, and then they teach you how to make a dinner. That was one of them.
That sounds like so much fun.
Right? Mm-hmm. Not for me. But
I'm just thinking, like, what a good gift idea.
Sounds
that
fun
would
for
be.
you guys.
Like, for birthdays, Christmas, like, giving somebody an experience, like, hey, let's go as a group and go, like, learn to make
a certain type
a
of
meal.
dish.
Yeah, I love that.
So she made it, and everybody flipped out over it. And then last year, we in turn show up, and she goes, I'm making something different. And we were all just there. There was a big collective like, oh. It was still great. But it was one of those where we were all just, I'm super excited. I was like, beef tenderloin. Then we get there. She's like, not beef tenderloin. I was like, all right, I'll see you next year.
Bye.
But so that's what we're doing. And probably I'll save Home Alone tomorrow because we usually put that on while we're there, just kind of hanging out as a family.
So it looks like next week on the pre-show, you have to do a movie review and the beef tenderloin review.
Well, we already know what the beef tenderloin reviews
Oh,
would
yeah.
be.
Amazing. 5 stars.
All right, Layla.
I tried to invite myself to his dinner.
I wouldn't let her. I was like, no, that means that's
left for me.
That's left for me. So sorry, I'm being selfish. Remember, that's what
Remember, yes, we remember, Andy. We will not forget your accent.
Tune
on
in
the
the pre-show and find out why I had. You heard why I had the accent.
The fact that under your breath you're like, remember? Yeah. Yes.
Well, this was just between us later because she was talking about it. But anyway,
Okay, so we haven't wrapped one gift yet because that's how we roll. I lie. We have 2 wrapped for our kids, but the rest are not. And then the only reason why I wrapped them, I was telling Andy about this, is because I didn't have anything to fit them in to hide it. So I
remember
had to wrap
we
it.
talked about it earlier.
Yeah,
remember?
yeah. They were hiding in my husband's work car, and so. I have to do that today. I'm going to do some cleaning, but pretty much low key. But one of the things we're super excited about, we gave these jammies to our kids yesterday, but that's our kind of like our tradition is like giving, having matching jammies.
Yep.
But our jammies this year are extra special and custom made. Each one of us have our pets' faces on the jammies.
Oh my goodness.
So
That's awesome.
Let me guess. You have Beanie Weenies?
No, I gave Beanie Weenies to Charlie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you'll have to tune in for pictures.
Oh my
Can't wait to see
I
it.
am
This is going to be so
excited to see
cool.
Yeah, so it's like just the pet's face.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah, so
That's awesome.
and then it has like their name. So it literally on
You
Charlie's
guys
it
should have
says
done
Beanie
one of
Weenies.
just Conrad and given it to somebody. He's like, wait a minute, what's my face on there?
I feel like he'd get really grumpy over that.
Yeah,
Wait,
Conrad will
get
roast
me a
you.
shirt with Conrad's face on it, and I'll wear it.
It's so fun. It makes me sad thinking that they're going to grow out of these jammies. So I'll have to make sure. Because they grow like on a weekly basis. It's ridiculously expensive. But yeah, so I'm super excited about that. I couldn't even wait till today to give it to him.
Will there
I
be
gave it to
a
him
picture tomorrow
yesterday.
morning of it?
Yeah, tonight.
Oh, tonight?
Tonight?
Oh,
Yes.
good. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, Tony in these PJs is
Yeah.
going to be
What
funny.
did, what did Tony get?
He has one of our cats, Charlotte.
Okay.
He has a cat. He loves the cat.
He does. He loves the
Yeah.
cats so much more.
He
The cats
does.
are so easy. You're like
He's like,
whenever we're there, like he's like, "Hey, kitty," and then the dogs. He's like, "Sit down, Beanie Weenies."
Yeah, yeah.
Sit down, Beanie
He
Weenies.
always says that the cats are the only ones that hold their weight around the house.
Yeah, because they're like,
'Cause they kill all the mice and stuff to
Yep.
live in the
I tell my
country.
dog that she's a freeloader all the time.
I tell that to Ewok. I'm like, get a job, you lazy dog.
Yeah. All you do is eat my food, drink my water,
Pee on my floor.
be on the floor, make a mess of my house.
Yep.
You're like a kid. I mean, mine don't pee on the floor anymore.
Exactly.
Oh, man. Well, everybody watching, we want to hear what you're doing for Christmas
Yes.
tomorrow because we want to be able to pray for you and hope that you have a
Yes.
great time and just hear some of the cool traditions that you guys do because I know there's some really awesome,
ones.
cool, amazing traditions that everybody does. We're going to go ahead. We're going to tune out here in just a minute, but I want to leave you with a challenge. It's the same exact challenge that I left our youth students with at our Christmas party last week. Tomorrow morning, when you wake up, those first 2, 3, 4 minutes, whatever you normally do. Instead of doing that, take those 2, 3, 4 minutes and thank God for this season. Thank him for sending his son for us. Thank you for him sending his, oh my goodness, I can't talk. Thank him for sending his son to die on the cross for us. There we go. English is tough today for some reason. But I just highly encourage you to do that, because whenever we get into the flow of Christmas Day, we can so easily forget the entire reason why we're celebrating this.
Sure.
So I highly encourage you, take those first 5 minutes tomorrow morning and just thank God for everything that he's given you and for sending his son for us. If you have little kids, you can do that with them too. Help build these habits and create a new Christmas tradition within your household. But I hope that you have a fantastic Christmas. We will see you guys on December 31st. That's next Sunday, because we do not have a Q&A this week. But enjoy spending time with your family and your friends. You guys are all amazing. We love you so much. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Bye, guys.